Hey guys, so I thought it was time to put up another What's Going On, eh? It's a new year, it's 2019 now, and looking back at 2018 I just thought I would share with you some of the stuff that happened over the past year. And what happened in the beginning of the year was that I bought my car, the Volvo Laplander, which I showed a couple of videos back, and that's been really taking up a lot of my time lately over this year. And there's been some machining, but I've been a bit stressed to film, so I have been doing a lot of work on that, and it's gonna continue to be a lot of work, a lot of hours put into that car. I don't know if you can see it, but there's an engine sitting over there. That engine is going in that car at some point, probably this coming year. But I also have some machining work to do on that car. There's drum brakes on that car now, and they're not working properly, so I thought I'd swap them for disc brakes. So that's going to be a project where some machining is going to be involved, and I'm going to try and take you along for that ride, so you guys can see what's happening and hopefully get some good machining videos. And maybe also, if I have some machining to do on the engine swap, there will probably be some machining. So I'm gonna try and take you along with that, and you'll probably see some machining there. But another thing that been going on this past year is that I've been, even though I haven't made a lot of machining in the shop, I have had this ongoing project with tooling up the shop. And this is a never-ending story where you can never have too much stuff. So behind me here I have a table full of stuff that is some of the parts that some of the tools I bought over this past year. And I thought I'd show you, because people often want to see what kind of tools I buy, and I get some questions about that. So stick around and we're gonna have a look at them. So first of all, we have some stuff that I really don't remember where I bought, but well, this one I remember, and I suspect I bought these at the same place, but I'm really not sure. So this is a V-block. I was standing at a surplus place I visit sometimes, so it seemed to be in a good condition, so I went home with me. It's about the equivalent of $20, and it's pretty good size, and I needed that both for the mill and the shaper. So that's gonna come in handy, I hope. And probably then at the same place I found these. And these are some pretty old die holders. And this one's a pretty good size. I don't know exactly how big it is, but we'll take a measurement here. It's about 600 millimeters long, so about 2 feet, and that's something I'm gonna clean up and hopefully get to use in the future. I really love these old looking tools that have some kind of history behind them, so that's gonna be pretty cool to use. I also bought, we'll take this one. This is an pretty small vise, and my idea was to use this both on the mill and the shaper. But looking at the size of it, I thought it was a bit bigger when I bought it. So and it really needs some work to be in a good condition. But looking at the size of it, I may use it on the drill press instead. So it's someone welded it to something here, and they welded this arm on. So it needs some work to be in a good condition, but it's gonna be a fun little project just cleaning it up. Let's see what else. This just a week ago or so, I made an order on the place where I usually buy tools when I buy new tools, and this one is from that order. So a tap wrench, which when I bought it, or when I ordered it, I thought it was in a good quality. I am a little bit disappointed though. As you can see, there's quite a bit of play there, and it doesn't seem to be in that kind of quality that I was expecting. I don't know if I need to say that I'm disappointed, but I was expecting a bit higher quality. But it's gonna serve me good probably, and it goes from M5 to M20 taps, so it's got a pretty big range. It's about 475 millimeters long, I think. So it's a pretty big tap wrench. This one is just something I bought in one of the local hardware stores. They were selling them out, so I don't remember how much I paid for it, but and it's probably not of a very good quality, but it's always nice to have. It was cheap anyway. And this height scriber was something that I bought used from this place a week ago. They had it in the store, so and I don't have any height scribers, so I really need one, and it was a good price, so I just figured why not. It's missing a bolt there for this fine adjustment. That's going to need to be done or bought. So that's something I will look into. And other than that, I just think it needs a good cleanup. It's you know, it's not moving very. It's got some resistance when you move it, so it's not that smooth feeling you want from your tools. But I think a good cleanup's gonna make it work perfectly. Micrometers, I don't have much measuring tools at all, so my previous micrometer went from 0 to 25 millimeters, so I need to buy this from 25 to 50. So at least now I can mic up to 50 millimeters. So that's something I'm gonna keep looking at. When I get good deals, I'll probably buy some more. We have some telescope gauges. Not the highest quality probably, but it's probably gonna serve me good. It's better than nothing. So I have done some projects in the future in the past where I really have needed some of these, and it was just one of those things you need. Then we have some stuff for the milling machine, and these were bought way back, almost a year ago I think, and this is just a, let's take this out. A head for the milling machine. I need to mill some or put it in the shaper and do some, just take off these corners to get it to fit perfectly in the mill. That's probably gonna be a small project I'm gonna show you guys pretty soon, hopefully, if I get the time. And then for that one I bought some boring bars, and these are just some really small boring bars. I'll take out the biggest one. The biggest one is 10 millimeters. I don't remember if this was a set or if I bought them individually, but I'm pretty sure I bought them off eBay, and they're probably not the highest quality, but they seem to be working okay. I have been using them for some jobs. So I have 6, 7, 8, 10 millimeters of those. And a while back, I think it was pretty much at the same time I bought the boring bars, I bought this threading tool, carbide insert. Previously I just had some, when I was doing threading I always used high-speed steel. So this was also something that's gonna make my life a little bit easier. It's a 16 millimeter shank, and it seems to be sturdy. I've used it for on a couple of occasions, and it seems to be working okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I also bought some inserts for that one. I think I bought 10 inserts, so I'm gonna hopefully be good for a while. Another tool I bought was this chamfering tool. Also a thing that I didn't have, and just makes my life a little bit easier. Earlier when I was doing chamfering, I always needed to swing my tool post over and use the tool I was working with. And it's not easy always to be able to get in there, and if you have some tight spots where you're gonna do some chamfering, I really think this one is gonna help me. I remember I bought this from Amazon or maybe eBay, and it was sent from England, and I don't know if it's made there as well. It doesn't have any markings at all, and I can't remember the name of the company that sent it, but I got the impression that it was probably made in England. So, but it could of course be Chinese made and just sold from England. And I haven't tried it yet, but it seems to be pretty well made. So I'm hoping it's working good. An edge finder, also bought from England for the milling machine. And we have some what do you call them? Countersinks. Yeah. So we have for M8 bolt almost everything I do is for metric. So I bought one for M8, and then we have 6, 5, 4 and 3 millimeter. So when the time comes and I need these were pretty cheap, probably Chinese made. This text here is Chinese, so I'm guessing it's Chinese made. I haven't tested them, and I have a suspicion they will work good in aluminum and hopefully reasonably good in steel. Let's see what else we have. Some center drills. Good quality center drills is something that I've been missing. These are ProMat brand, and I have bought ProMat stuff earlier, and I have been very happy with the quality of them. They're really sharp, and they've got this tin coating, so I have high expectations on these. Bought two 6.3 diameter with a 2.5 millimeter tip, and this one is a little smaller. It's 4 millimeters in diameter and 1.6 in the tip. So that's good to have. And I think the last part are these, and these are, I should have cleaned these up, but these are parallels, and this is just something that I've been missing all the time when I'm machining stuff on the milling machine or on the shaper. Instead of running around the shop looking for stuff, I have these now, and they run from 42 millimeters down to 10 millimeters. So and they're in different steps. So that's something that I really think is gonna improve the quality of my work. So that's all the tooling I bought, or it's most of the tooling I bought. I may have forgot something. So this is what I was talking about, that boring head, and my problem here is that when I try and put this taper in and I fasten the bolt on top, then these two edges here have no place to go but down into here. So what I need to do is to take off some material on this taper. So my plan is to do this on the shaper, and I've started to set this up so I can do this work. So what I need to do is to use this this tapered this is an Morse Taper 3 holder for my lathe, and I'm going to use this to make this happen. So I'm going to put this in and just put an M12 bolt to in the back to fasten it, and then I'm going to come in with my tool and just take off some material here, flip it around 180 degrees and take off some material here. So that's a project that's coming up. I don't know when, but I'm working on it. And then we have some brake rotors which I refurbished for my friend. These are done, and I also have some dampers for him that need to be machined. This part right here needs to be reduced to 14 millimeters, and then we're going to put an M14 thread instead. And then we have the brake discs for the Laplander car, rear and front. And what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna need to machine some parts to fit the brake caliper onto the car, and I'm gonna show you how. I don't have the words to explain this, so I'm just gonna show you when I do that machining. That's gonna be a cool little project with quite a lot of machining. I'm gonna have to make that plate to fit the brake caliper, and I'm probably, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have to drill these holes to a bigger size. So that's some things that's coming up in the future. So last time I was out here, I cleaned off the shaper and made it ready, gave it some maintenance, just to have it ready for that boring head work. So I think that's all for today. Just gonna give you a shot of the lathe as well. There are still a lot of stuff here in the shop that doesn't belong here really, but they're parts for the Laplander car. So I don't have anywhere else to put it right now, but as time progresses and that project is more and more done, more parts are gonna be out of here, and we can get back to having this as a clean and tidy shop again. So I want to thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.